Hello, everyone. I am Kiva Rodriguez, and I am a member of the Professional Development Committee. Thank you for joining us today. Today, I will provide an overview of AMAC, the AMAC Internship Program, program eligibility, what you can expect from the internship program, and key dates and milestones. If you have any questions, please enter them into the chat. Audria will read them off at the end of the presentation, or if you think of any questions after today's presentation, please email us at amacbuilds@amac-org.com for more information. So I guess you're wondering what we will talk about today. And as I mentioned before, we'll give a great overview of this program. The AMAC is actually the Airport Minority Advisory Council, and it represents a diverse membership of airports, corporations, minority, women-owned, and disadvantaged business enterprises, and professionals within the aviation industry. As a nonprofit trade association, AMAC is dedicated to advancing the full participation of minorities and women in employment and contracting opportunities throughout the aviation and aerospace industries. Our vision is simple. AMAC wants to create economic equity, access, and wealth for minorities and women in the aviation and aerospace industries. We do this by advancing the full participation of minorities and women in employment and contracting opportunities throughout aviation and aerospace. So one thing that is important to know is that this program is to provide access to internships within the aviation industry. We achieve this mission by offering the opportunity to grow personally and professionally. After determining the intern's interests, the intern will be matched with a host organization offering exposure and experience. Interns will be assigned a supervisor from a host airport or company, and the internship period may last a minimum of 10 weeks. The internship may end on a mutually agreed upon date that can extend the program to 14 weeks dependent on the start date. The application requirements include the following: the right to work in the United States without sponsorship, to be a rising junior or senior student in good standing enrolled in an accredited college or university or trade school, or a recent community college or trade school graduate who has completed their program within the previous 12 months. You may also have a minimum GPA of 2.8, a completed application which can be found on our AMAC Builds Careers website, a transcript from a college, university, or trade school. An unofficial transcript is acceptable for the application. However, an official transcript is required prior to the student's start date. One professional recommendation letter from a college instructor, current or previous employer, or a volunteer services coordinator. A personal recommendation letter is not acceptable. We will also ask for an updated resume. AMAC provides internships to students interested in pursuing aviation-related careers in all disciplines. However, the areas of interest that will take priority include airport operations and management, avionics, aircraft maintenance, repairs, and overhaul, infrastructure and construction management, hospitality and concessions, and security and risk management. We welcome all majors. However, the following majors will take priority: aviation science and management, avionics technology, business, all concentrations of business, construction management and technologies, engineering, such as civil, industrial, electrical, and mechanical, environmental science, hospitality management, information technology and computer science, and transportation and municipal planning. So what can you expect from your experience this summer? Well, we want you to gain meaningful real-world work experience in aviation. You will have the opportunity to network with aviation professionals within the company you are working with, as well as other students in the program. You will have access to mentorship support from AMAC's emerging leaders. The emerging leaders are made up of younger professionals focused on advancing their careers, growing their network, and providing professional guidance to newcomers in the aviation community. You will also have access to professional development workshops hosted by AMAC and exclusively tailored to your needs. You will receive access to AMAC signature events, and you will have the opportunity to present your ideas to AMAC members and other AMAC Builds Careers program participants. Applications are due by February 22nd. AMAC will review the applications and match you with potential employers. The employers will reach out to you directly to schedule an interview. If you are selected, your internship may start on May 30th or earlier, depending on the agreement made with the employer. The internship will end on or about August 4th. You can find these dates and the application on the AMAC Builds Careers website. You can also access the site using the QR code in the lower right-hand corner of the screen. On the website, you can view the informational video to help you get a feel for this exciting program. As you can tell from the graphics, we are focused on travel, we are focused on serving our community and the traveling public. And we do our best in aviation to come together to provide an amazing experience, and we want you to be a part of it. Thank you. Audria, are there any questions in the chat?
Yes, Kiva, we do have a couple of questions in the chat. The first one is from Taylor Bennett, who is a sophomore at Florida A&M University. She wanted to know what locations are available for the internship.
That's a great question. We have relationships with the members of AMAC, which are spread out all over the country. So we will do our best to match you with a participating employer in a location that works for the both of you. Hopefully that answers your question, Taylor.
Okay, thank you, Kiva. We have another question in the chat. This one is from Bree Jefferson. She's a student at Florida State University, but she resides in Atlanta, Georgia. And she says, you mentioned that you will take trade and community college graduates. Will you accept four-year or university graduates into your internship program?
I believe so. As long as the program has ended within the past 12 months, we are open to accepting recent graduates as well. Again, if you have any other questions that you think of after today's presentation, please feel free to email us at amacbuilds@amac-org.com.
We have one more question in the chat, Kiva. This one comes from Kelvin Beasley, Atlanta, Georgia. I'm a non-traditional student. Would there be an opportunity to establish with an internship?
Absolutely. We welcome everyone to submit an application. And what we also offer is a role to liaison with our employers and to negotiate to see if we can find an opportunity for those who are considered non-traditional, or those whose majors are not represented on the list. So please submit an application and we will do our best to pair you with the right employer.
That's all we have in the chat, Kiva.
Okay, well, this video will be posted online. And if you have any other questions, again, feel free to email us or refer to the video. Hopefully this has been very informative. Thank you so much for your time today.